I think everyone's pretty much heard about what happened in Australia in regards to Bondi. There's been a lot of stories in regards to immigration, the nationality or the religion of the hero who had disarmed one of the attackers and saved a bunch of lives.
The praise here and overseas just keeps coming for Ahmed Al-Ahmed, the hero who wrestled a gun from one of the killers. The Prime Minister and Premier have now stopped by his hospital bed, and King Charles has sent a personal message of thanks to the brave father of two who's still thinking of others.
I don't want to hyperfixate too much on those stories. There's just one particular part, because I had a discussion with a group of people, and if you watch the video of when the hero who rushed in and disarmed the attacker, he grabs the rifle at one point. He's already been shot 2 times. This guy's committing an attack on these people and already dozens of people, from what I understand. He points the rifle at the guy, and the guy runs away. To my understanding, he didn't shoot him. The guy goes on to run up and meet up with his son, and they fire some more at some people at a distance. And I had a discussion with folks, because I remember when they were tussling for the gun, and the guy grabs the gun, gets away, and he's pointing at him, doesn't shoot. And I told people, like, me personally, if I'm rolling around with you and I get the firearm, either I'm blasting you with it right away, or I'm taking the butt of it and I'm bashing your head in. One or the other. Got told by a bunch of people that you can't do that, it's not right. You gotta give the person a chance to surrender or whatnot. My perspective at the time was, if we're rolling around like that, I don't know if you ain't got more weapons around your waistband. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not a trained police officer. I'm not gonna wait for you to grab another weapon and then shoot on me. And, there was a spirited debate. But I got told, like, it's too extreme. And I'm like, I'd rather take that risk and live and end up in jail and then fight through the courts than to take that chance and get shot and then there's no chance for anything. And folks thought I was being a little bit exaggerating, but it turns out that there are 2 other heroes that were present. A 69-year-old couple rushed the same man earlier.
Let's go first this morning to that new video just into the newsroom showing what are 2 more heroes of this horrific attack. The vision is from the dash cam of a passing car, showing footage of a couple confronting one of the gunmen.
They managed to disarm him. After they tussled for the weapon and got up, he pulled his second weapon and he ended up blasting them, and they passed away. People don't talk about these 2 heroes as much because they didn't survive and they didn't succeed, technically speaking, even though I think they're still heroes, not only because they tried, but because they may have given other people a chance to escape as a result of them risking their lives. This isn't to say what you guys should do in that situation. I'm just saying these are much older people who risked their lives. And to me, that's a hero, regardless of whether they succeed or not. And I say all this to say, the very scenario that I think is very, very possible when these attacks happen ended up happening that exact same day and cost 2 other people their lives. And I say all this to say, I pose the question to you and to them watching. When you're in a fight for your life and someone has taken the liberty to decide that they want to take other folks' lives, do you have to risk your own life and try to spare them?
There's no debate there. This video is going to be very short, my man. It's going to be very fucking short.
I mean, there won't be a debate between me and you.
Nope. Not between me and you. It's not going to be, well, I disagree because, no. If you took the liberty to take people's lives, to forfeit people's lives, and I happen to pass on there and take your weapon from your hands, that's all she wrote.
Yeah.
I am emptying the clip. I'm sorry. The magazine.
They're mags, not clips, you absolute dummy.
Gun reference for people who are, some people who heard
I
clipping.
don't have to explain it.
Okay, you're good. That's what they heard when they heard clipping?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You're done. Because your intentions were bad. And the only thing that stops violent bad people is violent good people. Stay violent.
Sometimes words work, but you're right. I agree. I agree.
You had bad intentions there. I am emptying the whole thing. You're done. You're going to weigh much more. There's going to be a whole heap of lead in you. That's it. There's no debate.
The other side of the argument would say, well, listen, you risk jail time, you risk a lot. And it's true. We've seen cases where people are engaging in self-defense, and because they didn't do it perfectly, they were risking jail time. Some of them ended up going to jail. Some of them got probation. Some of them got off free. But you still have to go through that whole legal battle because the standard for self-defense is so unfair sometimes.
Yeah, especially here and in Australia.
And I would think to myself, you put a random citizen in an impossible situation, asking them to have the perfect reaction. And people say, well, you can't, predict and all this stuff. I'm like, listen, if the person surrendered, that's one thing. But if we touch something and it's not clear, I'm shooting. And you might think, well, Abby, you're being cruel. If you just took a firearm on someone and you're not trained, and you're not trained in that firearm specifically too, you might be fiddling around trying to figure shit out, and the dude pulled it. You might have stage fright in that moment, or terrified of so it's just like, you can't hold people to that standard. And at the end of the day, this is where my more liberal side completely disappears. And I think I know I side much more with the conservative side on this. When it comes to crime, I feel like a lot of liberals are a bit retarded to me. When it comes to self-defense, they have a really stupid fucking standard. For people who are trained in police officers, higher burden, fine. For regular citizens, the thing y'all want out of people is crazy. This is the person who decided to go out and commit a crime and try to take people's lives, take away their freedoms, affect our ability to navigate space. But I'm expected to have this perfect reaction when all I want to do is get home to my family. No. I'm the type of person, to be honest with you, these kinds of people, I don't even care if they just get executed afterwards in regards to the death penalty. I don't care. I'm not saying it's something I'm going to advocate for. I'm just I don't care about people who decide to go take other people's lives.
You see,
that's how I feel.
You see, the thing is, that's where we're going to disagree, me and you, is that you said that if the surrender is one thing, I don't even know if that's a ruse for you to pull another gun to lower my guards. If I get your gun and you're like, okay, I surrender, you're getting one. Too late to surrender. You done shot a couple of people, you're going down. Surrender or not, bye-bye.
Oh, wow.
Bye-bye. It's too late. It is too late. I do not know if that's a ruse. I don't have the backup of the police. You know what I got? Your gun. Bye. In sync. Bye, bye, bye.
Cop might think you the terrorist now.
It's fine, because I'm going to pop him, and then I'm going to lay it down, and then what happens, happens. At least I stopped the threat.
Okay.
In some weird way, I'd rather go to jail than other people. It's better that I go to jail and then I try to fight it than now I'm dead. Because at least if I go to jail, I got a chance to live. I got a chance to prove myself. But if I'm dead, I'm dead. It's over. I'm dead.
Yeah,
it's done.
I don't go as far as preach on this one. I'm going to stop just before. You know what I'm saying?
You done shut people. You're done.
Now, I'm not going to feel bad. If I'm on the jury, you know what I mean? I might not be the right person for that jury. I just, when I watched those two heroes and this old couple, and it did break my heart, to be honest with you, watching them struggle and then knowing that's how they did it. It's just if you're watching shit, don't risk your life. That's what I think. That's what I think, because a lot of these people out here have bad intentions. I say a lot of these people, some of these people, but at least the people doing this kind of stuff for sure. And it's just not worth it. That's what I think. The legal aspect of it is probably the most fucked up. The idea that you would be held liable, and there's really I understand some people claim self-defense. I was afraid, and they just start shooting randomly. There's definitely some people who take a self-defense angle and go really to the extreme. But is that an extreme? I don't know. Two situations, exact same situation. The only difference is the couple passed because the man still had his second weapon. If he'd had him the second one, he would have shot that old man too.
100%.
The one that everyone's calling a hero.
100%.
I watched the attacker get up and run. If he goes for his waistband, turns and shoots, what are you going to do?
It's done.
So, we can celebrate him today and say how great it is that he's alive. He would not have been alive if that person had the weapon. I don't think so. Let me say he would not have been. It's possible, to be clear. Me, be honest with you, I ain't even shooting. I'm grabbing the butt of the weapon. I'm just keep banging his head. Because if I don't know how that rifle works, and that was a long rifle, I ain't shot those, I ain't worked with those before, I ain't even going to bother. I don't even know the safety's on. I don't know where the fucking safety is. And most safeties are in an intuitive spot for sure. But some weapons are weird.
Yes.
So I'm not even going to bother trying to learn the mechanics. Maybe it's jammed too. Maybe that's the reason why he stopped firing. I don't even know what the fuck is going on with his weapon. I'm not going to risk it. I'm his head in. Because you keep a distance thinking you got something, you start firing, you're confused. Yeah, that's enough time for him to pull it. I don't know. I'm curious, what do you guys think? What's too far? What's right? And then more than that, if you guys were on a jury and someone was put in this impossible situation, would you guys thinking that you're likely to find them guilty or not guilty? I'm curious. If I'm going to play devil's advocate, well, what they would say is you don't want to encourage people to panic and then start firing off the cuff. Meaning, what if the person who says, I'm going to just shoot, I'm not taking risks because I'm afraid for my life. Someone else comes running up. You don't know if it's friendly or another accomplice. And you shoot them too. Sure. There's a point where your fear goes way too far, right? And they're going to argue that, like, well, by your, by the defense that we're trying to make, where is the line?
You had the gun, shooting your ass. The rest, I don't know about that. But you're done.
Fair. Some people might say we want to be better than them, that we don't execute.
I'm not. I'm not.
To be clear, I'm not someone, out of some joy. I'm
Randomly.
for my own safety.
Yeah.
Because they're an imminent threat to me. Like, I'm not looking at this person like they're defenseless. I'm saying I don't know if they're an imminent threat. They could still be. They could have other weapons, and it's very possible. So that's my mindset. But
I think
again,
that I am better than him. You're shooting to terrorize. I'm shooting to protect. I'm better than you. You're done. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. You're trying to terrorize people, terrorize and antagonize people. I'm trying to save them. You're done.
and that's why
You're done.